Have you ever wondered, like, what should I do today? Like, what are some fun stuff that I could do? I'm kind of bored. So, your girl, Blessed LaFaith, got some tips. If you haven't yet, hit that like and subscribe button because I have more videos on the way. Check it out, check it out. Check them out. They should be down there. You can hit the little button of me. It's like with a little red shirt, sweater. You'll hit that button and subscribe. Things first, I say take a walk. It might be around your neighborhood. It might be around the beach. It might be around a park. It might be around a literal track and field. Take a walk. Walks are good. And if you have that ability to go running, go for that too. Running is honestly amazing. Like, I remember I did track and that was, it felt so freeing. It felt so relaxing. And honestly, it can only strengthen you. But don't kill you, make you stronger in that sense, you know. And for me personally, I actually find the city kind of nice. So I love to walk around the city and just like have a buddy and just talk about life, go get some boba. So that stuff, it feels good to get some fresh air. Number 2, I would say it doesn't hurt to also go on YouTube. You're on YouTube already. There are workout videos on YouTube, like yoga, kickbox, core abs. You can get it on. They even got the cycling bike stuff. If you have something like these and you letting it get dusty. Actually, one of my favorite things to do randomly, dance. Like, legit, go hard. Like, honestly, I could go on some music. I jam in my room. I mean, some people be doing the TikTok thing, you know. And you can honestly listen to music that really gets you in a positive mood. One thing that I did notice that I feel like why I'm also talking about, like, this topic in particular, sometimes being in your room, sometimes being stuck in the house, it can drain you spiritually and mentally, like, point period. And having activities, things to do to keep you motivated, upbeat, just right, ready to conquer life. Honestly, dancing really helps. Even if you're not a dancer, if you're a horrible dancer, learn how to dance. Because that stuff, when you be like, yo, I can do it. No, I can do it. I can do it. You be like super, you be thrilled. You be feeling yourself. You be like, oh, I want to show the world. Talking to loved ones on the phone that you literally love, like people that you love that you haven't spent time with or haven't talked to in a while, call them up. Hey, baby girl, what's good? Like if you miss someone and you love someone, let them know. Let them know what's up. Sports are actually super fun. You can literally throw a frisbee. You can play ball with your boys, your girls, your homies, whatever. You can literally have a good time playing a sport, whatever sport it is. Maybe it's you and your family all getting together to play softball, kickball. Enjoy life. That sports is honestly super fun. Can't really go wrong with it. If you ever been really close to me, one thing people really know is that I love volunteering to do any type of service, community service, whether that is getting out and being involved in church, or maybe it might be that you want to do community service and tutor a kid, you want to be a mentor, you want to just get out there in your school, figure out how you can be of service. Always, service is honestly good for you. And God wants us to be servants, period. So let's get into that. Another thing to do when you're bored, cook. I know that sometimes, maybe you're already a cooker, but learning how to cook something new is always something valuable. Even if it doesn't come out the first time, try again. Try something. Because learning how to do something, whether that's cooking or baking, you can eat that. You learn how to cook that good, you're like, nah, figure it out. Maybe you might want to learn from your mom or your dad or your cousin or your auntie. But learning how to cook food, essential. Important. Very much so. Alright, another thing. A lot of people might not have Netflix or Hulu, or maybe you already watch things on Netflix and Hulu. You can also watch things on YouTube. Literally, YouTube has movies that you can watch. I also suggest doing other things before you do this. Videos. A whole bunch of them. Because we want to get active. We want to get out there. We want to be productive. But keep watching this video to the end because I got some more suggestions. Create a business. Write out a business plan. What do you want in your life? What is it? What are your goals, actually? Even if it's not a business, what are your goals that you want in your life? And actually write it down. Like, earlier, I actually do have a vision board of everything that I really want God to fulfill in my life. For my family, for my future kids, for my future husband, for my future business, job, career, just goal-oriented things, and even spiritual and mental things that I want to fulfill within myself. So having a goal in mind or a business plan of what you want to fulfill in your life and what you want God to help you get to, and praying over that. Speaking of prayer, praying. Honestly, there are times where we have feelings, and sometimes those feelings are not productive and actually degrading towards who we are and devaluing who we are as people. And it's very important to pray against whatever it is, that spirit, that mentality, those vibes, those negative vibes. We want to pray that out. So prayer is very key. I say pray always, but if you're having that moment, just you're bored, you can also pray too. It's nothing wrong with that. God's time, all the time, because God is good. Dope. All right, I actually love this shirt so much, honestly. I want to buy more things from them. Get creative. Maybe you can draw. Maybe you like to paint. Maybe you like to do videos. Maybe you like to sing. Maybe you like to think about ideas and strategize. Maybe you like to be goal-oriented and come up with goals for yourself. Any level of creativity, just maybe you're an author. Maybe you like to write. Find that. Also, just find yourself. Figure out who you are. Take self-assessments. Take time to even jot down like how you feel about yourself and where you want to go. These are all really important. Once again, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps this channel grow, and it continues to push forward that encouragement that I can continue to do these channels. Take that time with God, and take that time to be alone, because sometimes you're bored and you're alone and you're feeling that void of loneliness. Take that time to figure out where you need to be, who you are, and what your goals are right now, what your goals are in the future, because we gotta keep running. We gotta keep running. We don't stop. All right, let me stop. But in general, if you're struggling with identity, take that time to figure out who you are in Christ, who you are as an individual, and take self-assessments. Honestly, I like figuring out who you are. There are assessments that kind of, not that you are strictly in that category, but figuring out where your talents kind of lie based on your personality, that actually exists. I strongly believe in that. And also just like taking that time to love yourself. Whether that's doing your hair in a little different style, whether that's taking that time to encourage yourself. I know that when I feel down sometimes and I'm alone, I watch motivational movies and motivational like videos on YouTube, and I work out on this bike right here. And that gets me motivated to keep going. Cuz sometimes it's hard being a college student. You're working hard. You feel like, and there are times where we don't do good on everything. And it's like, oh my gosh, I worked so hard and I did all that. And look at this. But it's very important to kind of self-motivate and also ask God for that uplifting. Because God is dope. A great option is budgeting yourself. Hey, you want to have more money? Let's see what do I pay for every month? What is something that I can cross out to add room to save for something else that I want? Budgeting yourself, taking that time to do some personal self-growth financially. Oh yeah, and of course, this is something like that kind of skips my head sometimes, I gotta be honest. When you're bored, I actually do this when I'm bored, no funny. But when you are bored, feel free to clean. Figure out what are things that you probably haven't cleaned in a while, or ideas that you can like rearrange your room or something like that. Another thing that a lot of people haven't done in a while, read. Reading is actually super interesting. We read memes all the time. Their things are funny. That's reading. But I used to really love reading like a lot when I was little. Like I would literally like be an introvert and just be like in my book. You can kind of ask anyone who kind of knew me when I was younger. Books were basically my life. And it spends your brain a little more. One book that I could recommend is The Hate You Give. I thought that was an amazing book. And also if you're a little younger, but kind of doesn't really matter how old you are, What My Mama Left Me has been a really good book. The Skin I'm In, amazing book. There are so many great books. So highly suggest reading books. Learn another language. Ni hao ma? Wo jiao bless? Mandarin. Hola, ¿cómo está? Spanish. Hi, how are you? English. Bua, kawenea. Minde. Like, learn how to say how are you in a whole bunch of languages. How about that? Try learning as much as you can. It won't really hurt you. And you'll be able to introduce yourself to different people. My favorite thing to do is finding the presence of God. Just in your household, while you're on a walk, whether even just like calling up a friend, like, let me pray with you. You're on my mind. Like, just praying and with the hopes of getting God's presence around you. God's presence is amazing. And just having that in your house, having that in your room, having that in your dorm room in my case, having that in your daily life, super important, super amazing. God is dope. And I'm not sure if I already mentioned this, but self-love and self-care. New hairstyles. Maybe there's something that you've been wanting to do for a while, but you haven't had time to do it. Maybe even every time you have that idea, write that down so that you can add that to your to-do list. You know what that thing is, whatever that thing might be. You might be like, there's been a couple of things that I always wanted to do. Maybe get on that bucket list. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have not, and anything I've said to you really sparked any ideas, hit that like and subscribe button. And thank you guys so much for watching.